Welcome back to 360 Comics. My name's Joe, and today we're going over 10 DC books that have come out this year in 2021 that I'm currently speculating on. As always, if you enjoy this content, it would be so appreciated if you were to subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up on this video for a like, and leave a comment below. Don't forget to also head on over to Instagram and enter our 4,000 follower giveaway. We're giving away this Spider-Man Unlimited #1, first appearance of Shriek, as well as this Carnage #3 with this super awesome cover. Please enter this soon because it is going to be over in the next few days. We are less than 100 followers away from the 4,000 mark. Before we dive into our list, it is important to note that nothing I'm saying in this video should be considered financial advice, and that I'm just talking about some comics that I collect and my opinions on collecting them. First up, we've got Batman 106. This is the first cameo appearance of Miracle Molly, as well as this absolutely incredible cover. And I actually put this cover in my top 10 covers of all time list. That's how much I like it. You can check out that video via the link in the description below. But the fact that it has a good cover and it's also a key issue really comes together to make this a nice, pretty hot book right now. I've seen sales for raw copies between $12 and $15, and 9.8s seem to steadily be going for about $75, so still under $100, which is nice for a key issue like this. I think Miracle Molly's a pretty cool character, and we'll see what happens going forward, especially after James Tynion, who's the writer on this book, leaves Batman, which he is going to be leaving at some point soon. I know he announced that. Going to be doing more indie stuff. But I think this is a great book to pick up because, you know, it has that double value. It's got the Miracle Molly first cameo appearance, as well as this incredible cover that I just can't get enough of. Now, while the last book, Batman 106, is selling at triple or quadruple cover price at this point, this book can still be picked up at cover price. I see it in stores pretty often still. This is the very next issue, Batman 107, and the thing that I really like about it is that it introduces a ton of new characters, almost like a full new rogues gallery of Batman villains, and I think it's just gives a lot of opportunity for these characters to be fleshed out and used more in the future, which, you know, if you have a bunch of characters appearing for the first time, you got a better chance of hitting a bullseye with one of them than a book that might just have one first appearance in it. Like I said, I still see this on the shelves some places, and 9.8s are only selling around $50, so I really wouldn't pay more than cover price for this book. You know, it's out there. You just got to keep your eyes out for it. The don't pay more than cover price rule also applies to this book, the very next issue in the Batman run, number 108, and this features the first full appearance as well as the first cover appearance of Miracle Molly. Like I said, I think she's a cool character, and, you know, for cover price, getting a first full appearance could be good if she is utilized more in the future. Logically, after Batman, we've got Robin, and this is Robin #1 from the current run, featuring my favorite Robin, Damian Wayne. And it's also the first appearance of a new character. Her name's Flatline, and she's kind of, I don't want to call her a villain. She's more of like a rival adversary of Robin's. And, you know, they go at it. They both have an attitude and, you know, come at each other hard with it. And I see her having some pretty good staying power in the DC universe. She's got a really cool physical appearance and imagery, as well as a good set of skills and attitude to go along with it. And, you know, this book, I've been picking it up for cover price. I haven't spent more than that on this book. I do see it selling for a little bit over cover price online, but not much. You should be able to still pick this up in stores some places, so keep an eye out for this. First book of a run, as well as first appearance of a cool new character, and there are a couple other more minor first appearances as well. And to go along with that last book, we've got Robin #2, the second book in this run, and it features the first cover appearance of Flatline, where she's seen leaning against a gravestone that says Damian Wayne on it. I like that touch, and I think it's a cool cover. In addition to that, it's also the first appearance of a couple other of the characters that are central to this storyline, and, you know, like I said before, books that have multiple first appearances or multiple key significances are great to pick up. just because it gives you more of a chance of hitting the nail on the head. Again, this is not a book that I would pay more than cover price for, but, you know, if I see it, I pick it up at cover price. Moving on now to Detective Comics, but still linking back to those last two books, we've got Tech 1034. This is the first appearance of Hugh Vile, who's known as the villain Vile in this Detective Comics run. It's also the first cameo appearance of Flatline. She is shown on a computer screen at one point during the story, and that's the first glimpse that readers ever got of her before she was introduced in Robin #1. Again, I'm not paying more than cover price for this book, but if I see it, I pick it up as a cool little spec on the character Flatline. Hopping on over now to the Joker run, we've got issue #2, and this is the first appearance of a new villain named Vengeance, and she is the daughter of fan favorite Bane. And when it comes to characters, established characters having kids, it's always hit or miss, it seems. They're either a super popular character like, Damian Wayne is a great example. Son of Bruce Wayne, he's become very popular in his own right. But there's also so many of them that have just fizzled off into nothing because the character just didn't stick. It kind of seems like a gimmick at that point. This one, I don't really know where we're going to go, but I'm seeing the price of this book going up. It's got a cover price of $6, and pretty immediately it was selling online for about $10, and it's kind of gotten up into the $15 to $20 range for a raw copy, and the $70, $80 range for a CGC 9.8. So I think that's pretty cool that this more recent book is kind of got some heat behind it due to that first appearance of Bane's daughter. Will she stick around? Will she play a bigger part in Batman in the future? Who knows? But, if you can find this book still on the shelves at cover price, it's certainly worth picking up. We've got a couple of books coming up next from my favorite current DC run, and that is Nightwing. This is a Tom Taylor run, and he is absolutely killing it on the writing duties here. He took over those duties in this issue, number 78, and some of you may be saying, that doesn't look like 78 to me. It is, but it's the second printing, which is a different cover. The first printing of that book sold out like that, and they're actually went all the way up to a third printing on this book. This second printing copy can be obtained for slightly over cover price, maybe like $8 at most. You might even still be able to find some on the shelves. The third printing one is pretty readily available, still on the shelves. The first printing, though, sold out so fast, and they're selling for, I've seen it between $15 and $25 for the first printing of this book, and I've seen 9.8s on eBay sell for over $200. One of them even sold for over $300. I think that was kind of an anomaly. I think $200 is probably around where most of them are going, but crazy stuff. For a book that just came out earlier this year and doesn't have any movie-based spec behind it. It's just good writing. Tom Taylor's doing a good job. And like I said, I'm a real big fan of this run, and this is the book that kicks it all off. It does include a first appearance of the new Mayor Zuko of Bloodhaven, and kicks off that Tom Taylor run. You may have caught this next book in the intro to the video. We've got Nightwing number 81, a couple issues later, and this is the first full appearance as well as the first cover appearance of a new villain named Heartless. I love this cover with the red background, Heartless holding his hand out, and Nightwing in the palm of his hand with the Bloodhaven cityscape behind him. I think this is such a cool cover. First cover appearance of a great character. I've seen these sell. They've been going for like $10 raw. I haven't seen them on stands at comic book stores in months. They sold out pretty quickly, and it did go into a second printing, unfortunately, not with this awesome cover. But great stuff. Again, Tom Taylor's doing awesome on this run. And I've seen 9.8s approaching and even surpassing the $100 mark on eBay. So I'm going to keep my eye out for this one, and we'll see if it goes up more in the future. Finally, we're up to the last book on the list, as well as the lone horror book. We've got Nice House on the Lake, #1, another book by James Tynion, in addition to the Batman books that he's writing. He's also doing, Department of Truth, Something is Killing the Children, Wind, like all these really popular books that are out right now. He's crushing it. Everything he does is turn into gold, and this book is definitely included. I personally really like the story, and I'm picking new issues up as they come out. But also, I've been watching the price go up and up and up, and what really told me this was going to be a big hit is that these flew off the shelf in just a few days, the first issue. And I was driving 15, 20, 30 minutes away to other shops to see if they had any, and there was a second printing and a third printing, and the prices just keep going up. That first week, they were selling online for about double cover price, $8. And then they started going over 10 and then to 15. And just a few weeks ago, they were at 20. I looked last night. They're at $25 right now. And 9.8s are going for over 100. I saw a high sale, I think, of 150 online for a 9.8, but they're like mostly in like the 120, 125 range. Great book. I recommend reading it. And, if you find a copy on the shelf for cover price, you got really lucky. I don't know if there's too many out there left, but man, this is a good book. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Leave a comment below and let me know about any other DC books that you may have been specking on that have come out this year. And don't forget on your way out to subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, give us a thumbs up for the like, and leave that comment below. Until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.